What have we got here? Wait, I want to do a thing. I'm gonna put you in the bottom right corner. I have a good reason. Okay. I should probably make it... It's not the way. We definitely wasted like 5 minutes. But, man... That is... Boy, do I already hate where this is going. Wait, how much of this is going to be ice? That might be a 360. This is disgusting. This is vile. This is... It's not as bad as the last one we had. Oh, look at that signage. This is blind as hell. Okay. Is this ice? Oh, it's ice. Yeah, talking about ease of access, I'm divided here between, like, the lower divisions, which we're probably going to be in. What is this? What is that? That is not necessary. You did not have to do that. Are going to be a nightmare. Yeah, but I'm still trying to decide whether me saying you shouldn't have a track like this because beginner players are going to have a bad time, or like the problem is, am I just saying fundamentally there shouldn't be ice cups of the day? And is that right of me to say? Shouldn't be ice. Nadeo, ice is a hazardous surface for cars, and you shouldn't make people... This is an OSHA violation. This is an OSHA violation. And I will be reporting it to the appropriate authorities. Now, weirdly, IMO. I don't have bronze yet. And I'm in 1600th. And we did show up 5 minutes late. Promoting unsafe driving, so true. But that's like... That's some Karen shit right there. I'd say that I don't know if it's because I'm better than I used to be, but this ice map feels somewhat approachable. And I'd say that I'd put it down to, like, giving a pretty good amount of space on the turns, whereas the other one had some pretty tight shit. If we manage to get a, like, not a clean run, but like a not disaster run, this could be the highest division we've ever qualified for. Although I was in 20th for the first Troll Cup of the day that I ever did. Is it still tip slip 2? If it's just autoplay, I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit, because I'm here for what it's doing. This is not... Troll Cups are only on the 1st of the month. This is, in fact, just a normal ice cup. See, here's the thing about ice. I'll say what I will about it as a surface. It's... Can you explain Troll Cup? On the 1st of every month, there's a cup of the day where the map is sort of like a joke. Like, for April 1st, it started on April 1st as an April Fool's Cup, but then they started doing it every month on the 1st because it's just kind of it's a fun thing. But the last one was a grass map with plastic walls. And then the one before that was, all of the blocks were invisible. You could only see the checkpoints. But there was one called Rainbow Road that was like reactor up ice with plastic walls. It's just some goofy stuff. Okay. We needed to get out wider here so that we can get in for that turn. There we go. 4 minutes left. It's not looking good. I want to do a no reset run, but these are fucking disasters. The problem here is I like plastic, but I don't like pressure. And I think that plastic is a particularly bad surface for pressure for me. Okay. I guess you could say that to be good at plastic, I'm sorry, to be good at ice, you have to keep cool. 1490. All right. Man. All right, we don't have enough time for another run. Not bad, though. Not bad at all. Oh, yeah. So I added the timer. Oh, it's over the chat, though. We should probably put it somewhere else. Where do you guys think the timer should go? I want to do something to the timer. Now you can see. And we still need to move it. Put it like here. How's that? Is that a good place for the timer? Should have put it like here. No. I don't know. How about just right there? Div 25. All right, Tip. It was already good, though. I don't know why we have to change it. Tip made a new playlist, and she really wanted to share it with you all. Peepo shy. So here's the real question. Do we try backwards? I don't really know what that is in an ice context, but we could try it. I think that first jump is not going to be possible, but... Okay. I don't think that backwards is possible on uphill ice. Anti-real, how are you? Damn, we almost had that. Haters can't say we didn't try. Haters can say we didn't try very hard, though. How am I? Damn it. Well, I mean, I'm certainly participating in this cup of the day. I think it's highly likely that we're gonna get DNF'd. I'm just gonna go ahead and take risky. Is that a joke? You need to learn from TM school. Man, Dr. 5 sucks. I don't like that guy. Can you believe being on an ice map and then someone's like, damn, ice is hard, and then you being like, take some lessons and get good, ice isn't hard. Like, fuck you, guy. Fuck. I don't even know whether resetting was the right choice there. Even where I was. Alright, well. Div 25! Give it up for Div 25, ladies and gentlemen! Great round! DNF twice! We're out of here! Alright. Well, I can say one thing for sure. I don't think I need to see the world record for this one. Play jams. I am gonna play jams today. Are you kidding me? We've got fucking 28 minutes to practice before jams of the day. Tip, what would you call this? I'm inclined to call it hardcore, but it's not really. Pound Room? Ooh. Damn. That'd be interesting. Melodic techno? That's very fair. And what would you call the feels? And don't you dare say, now that's what I call Tip Slip. If you guys don't know, Tip Slip has 3 Spotify playlists called Now That's What I Call Tip Slip, Now That's What I Call Tip Slip 2, and Now That's What I Call Tip Slip 3. This is 3. And I gotta say, this is what I'd call Tip Slip. Okay. So the 2 things we need to work on are being less heavy-handed with the brake taps. I need to do lighter brake taps. And giving space where space is needed. Remember what I said about leaving space? I'm sort of adjusting my opinion, with the reason being, as opposed to the other one, this one's a lot more cruel with bare edges. Because if you mess up a little bit, it's not a light bonk, right? It's your wheel gets caught on it, it pulls you out of the whole thing, drains you of all of your momentum, and now you're standing on sloped ice with a wheel hanging off the track. And that's for a slight mistake, right? Like, I don't even honestly feel comfortable giving a rating to an ice map in the first place. That's pretty much, it's just such a different animal that, like, rating it on any scale would be wrong. Driving on ice is just a different game, fundamentally, right? It's like, it's a different video game, because as far as driving on this as a Trackmania experience, fucking dog water. Absolutely, absolutely tragic. It is so bad. Like, everything about it, like, the flow, I wouldn't fucking know because it's impossible. From a bad player perspective, it sucks, right? Like, competitive, I don't need to tell you that that was not a competitive cup of the day for me. But the thing is, I think it would be wrong to judge an ice map. I feel perfectly comfortable judging an ice map based on those merits. That wasn't okay. Yeah, I was saying the same thing. Real. You know what I think it is? I think that cups of the day shouldn't have full ice maps. I think that it is good to throw a couple of ice turns in cups of the day. And I think bobsleigh is fine for cups of the day. But I think that it does end up boiling down to, this is not a type of map that a beginner player can play and enjoy. Even, I'm comfortable calling myself an intermediate player now. This is not a no links channel. It's a some links channel. What are you trying to post? Links are okay as long as they're not sus, is basically how it goes. And Nightbot decides whether or not your links are sus. Real, I've been on this thing lately where I've been saying that I think that it wouldn't be a terrible idea for Nadeo to decouple conceptually the cup of the day from the track of the day, like as a necessity. Like, what I mean is basically, like, as it stands right now, every day, necessarily, the cup of the day is on the track of the day. And I think it wouldn't be a mistake to sometimes have cups of the day that are not on the track of the day, which would allow you to make tracks of the day be things like RPG maps and ice maps and deep dip, right? And then, like, when they do that, right, they could just do, like, an interesting and fun campaign map for the cup of the day. I think that once a week, we should have a cup of the day on a campaign map. I think that that would make better players spend more time on campaign maps. If you're talking about, like, I don't know, making there be more stuff to do in the game, because there's, like, an additional reason to get good at them. It would allow you to have more out there tracks of the day that don't suck in a cup context, or that would suck in a cup context, but not have a shit cup of the day as a result, right? And, like, I think a lot of people would enjoy doing a big cup on a map that they practiced, right? You're out. Umbrella, did you see my, I'd say embarrassing showing, but I'm actually not embarrassed about it at all. Auntie, I'm glad that you agree with me. I'm, like, overly defensive of my idea for no particular reason. I was just sure that every seasoned Trackmania player would be like, but the cup of the day is always on the track of the day. Gluten, what are you smoking? Oh, an ad, an Instagram ad. Well, don't post an ad in my chat, especially not for Instagram call girls. $20 to $500 per chat. It is a bit of a question what the deal is with that breadth of prices, right? It's just me. I think I don't want to know what the $500 check is here. Set your own rate as a woman? I suppose so. Yeah, what is this ending? And what are those people talking about a risky fin? Absolutely. I don't know if we can get... Silver's 11 seconds faster? Maybe just throw in the towel now. Although, to be fair, I think this map struggles from a classic. Oh, it absolutely struggles from a classic. No, it's not. Linko? Oh, this is Linko's time. This is not the world records. I was like, does Linko have world record on this? I was terrified. Why pay Why pay $500 to talk to a girl when you could talk to a girl for free on twitch.tv? Is that what you're trying to say? For what it's worth, I think that the chat in question is a little bit more private. Link, good to see you. How you doing? You like ice, don't you? It's something I think about a lot. Conceptually, the idea of people paying for companionship and people receiving money to provide companionship. And at the end of the day, what I always come back to is, like, the problem, right, is you have to ask the question, what is the kind of person who needs to pay for companionship gonna be like? And the answer is a fucking nightmare. Someone who you don't wanna, you know? Because, like, yeah, the experience of women dating men, just in general, right, is sort of like being concerned about whether or not it's going to be safe, whether they're going to be a creep, whether, like, you know, the whole thing, you're like looking out for red flags and all that. And then, like, sometimes just being like, follow my gut, I'm leaving. You know, we're out here. I get sus vibes. I don't want to be here anymore. And I feel like including money in that would be terrible time trying to date as a straight man. Sorry. Assuming at least that you're a decent guy. Not decent guys have really fucked up your chances. Because I think that straight women are pretty skittish when it comes to dating, as they fucking should be. Think about it. If women are the fairer sex, that makes men the fouler sex. And that, you know, sift through a lot of shit to find a diamond in the rough when it comes to dating dudes. But I think that at the end of the day, probably the answer there is just like dating culture is not, you know, live your life without trying to date and just interact with women in natural contexts. And, like, don't give them, how do I put this? Like, undue attention? Like, and not don't give them attention as in ignore them. But, like, I don't know. I think a lot of guys struggle with dating women because they forget to treat women like people. Intense anxiety around attractive women. Yeah, I don't know how to help you there. Yeah. They're just people. We're just people. Man, it's the bump there that's making me slide out. I have a hard time making... Well, here's some good news for you. Some women are also autistic. Lots of people have difficulty making eye contact. I only meet strange women who mess up. At 8 seconds. Hey, well, yeah, still a 5-second BB. I had plenty of luck with dating pre-transition. Not so much in high school, but I also went to an all-guys high school, so that certainly didn't help. I'd say that a large part of my success had to do with giving girls the kind of attention that girls want, which is not the kind that Andrew Tate says they want. It's the kind where you treat them like people. You be attentive to their needs, just like you should be with literally everyone. And just most importantly, don't listen to a single thing Andrew Tate says. I worked with a young guy, like, in ground school who succumbed to the I don't know, modern philosophy of how to date women, and I was like, you literally could not be shooting yourself in the foot harder. Taint. Andrew Tate. If you don't know who he is, just don't look him up. He's a dating guru slash, I gotta be careful here, slash alleged pedophile. Heavily alleged. A big asshole. Yeah, nothing alleged about that. Don't have any experience or insight about heterosexual dating? Yeah. The problem is, I don't know how useful any advice I can give you will be, because my heterosexual dating experiences were exceptionally gay. Pre-transition, I had already pulled the useless lesbian and the like moving way too fast. Honestly, maybe that's good advice for guys. Pretend you're a girl and interact with girls as if you were a girl. They'll like that. No. Sorry. Not like a wig. And not like... What I mean is, like, things that are traditionally masculine as opposed to... They're gonna be like, oh no? Not true. Not true in the slightest. It depends. It depends. I think that if you're a dude wearing a dress, more power to you. But that's pretty out there. And there are going to be some people who that's a little intimidating for. But like dudes wearing nail polish, I can say this with confidence. Guys who are swole and disrespect women, I don't think they're confident in their masculinity. The guys who I think are confident in their masculinity are the ones wearing nail polish, you know? Because they're out here saying, I'm a man because I'm a man, regardless of what I do. I don't need to act masculine to be masculine. And just being upstanding guys, you know? And, like, I think that a lot of the, like, say, negative masculine traits you can get rid of and incorporate positive feminine traits, and then everybody's just gonna like you more because you're a better person. Like, you don't need to be argumentative and territorial to get women to like you. Why would they want that? Why would they like that? And, like, hot take, if a girl thinks that a guy wearing nail polish is a deal breaker, was it a good idea in the first place? Yeah. No, that's exactly right, Real. That's what I'm like, listen. Just like if there shouldn't be any like really young guys here, like the teenagers who need proper role models. But it is like any guys who are not, you know, still trying to figure it out. Just talk to older guys. Talk to dudes who are like 30 or 40 and ask them what it means to be a man. Don't ask Andrew Tate. He doesn't fucking know. He's a child. Dumb guy. There you go. Just ask older guys, what does it mean to be a man? And he'll tell you things like being respectful, being responsible, right? Like being accountable. Like when you screw up, owning up to it, being honest, being humble, being able to admit that you're wrong. Dating apps are a mess anyways. What's the J? Spelljammer is another Trackmania streamer who runs the Cup of the Day after the Cup of the Day. It's the after party. But apparently there's not one today, so... Always double on Friday. Was the last one really a week ago? Damn. 6 days a week. Because it's evenings for him. That's tough. I always slide out on this one. I have no idea how Linko, like, got so... Yeah, like that. How? Why did that not slide out? I felt way more over-rotated. Wicked. Gear? Wait, are you saying that gearing up makes you slide out? Or are you saying that she was in a higher gear and that allowed her to not slide out? I don't really know how gears work on ice. Or anywhere else. Gear 2 sucks on ice? Wow, wait. So ice is really a surface where you get punished for being bad. Like, there's this stupid thing that I always say that sounds incredibly dumb, but I don't know another way to say it, which is that there are a lot of things in certain games where it's a negative feedback loop, right? Where the worse you are, the harder it is, and the better you are, the easier it is. So a great example, I was reading about the like different Souls-like games, and I don't remember which one. I think it was Bloodborne had an issue where the healing items weren't all restored when you hit a bonfire. They'd be like one use, which basically means if you are worse at the game, you will constantly be running out of healing items and you will do even worse at the game. And if you're better, you'll have a massive pile of healing items whenever you need them, and you won't have any issues with health ever. And like a lot of what I'd call bad transitional maps have that problem. Or like that one tech map that other day, where if you are moving fast, all of the turns make sense and are easy. But if you are moving slow, all of the turns are nightmares and disasters. And if ice is just that, like, that principle, the surface. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I feel like it was a 0 punctuation breakdown on all of the Dark Souls games. Hear me out. Why gear 2 when you can gear 1? Unless you keep healing. Yeah, but like, are you gonna make them do that? Why not backwards gear ice slide? What does... I think I tried it, Blink. I tried going backwards. We could try again. The biggest issue is just that for the start here, this transition, there's no way in hell you're doing that backwards. I don't know how possible ice slides are backwards. I think it's literally impossible. Feel free to prove me wrong. But I don't think that you can ice slide in reverse. It is such a weird, like ice slides are incredibly unphysical. And it's just like this whole, like, I'm gonna call it a game mode. Ice map is a game mode. Is entirely built on this, like, I'm gonna just say it, bug in the code. Which, like, frankly, ice would be... I think I just need a different strategy for that turn. Because I think that just sliding out is an inevitability for me. So we just need to, like, nubway it. You know? I don't think that we should continue sending the beginning until I can get there in Gear 3 with consistency. That doesn't sound like fun. Target on this map? Have a time that doesn't suck shit. Yeah, I just on principle detest maps that if you are moving slow become really, really hard. Because it's so punishing to new players. Well, that's what I'm saying is, I think that ice thrives in situations where, like, I think that ice turn into ice turn into ice turn is where you start getting into trouble, because if you mess up, it becomes incredibly difficult to unfuck yourself. You know? Whereas if you add some road sections where it's like, oh, like, you have to choke your way through the end of this ice section, that's fine. We'll give you a road section so you can get back up to Gear 3 so that ice is fun again. Right? No, it's, if you screw up one time, now the rest of the map you're not in Gear 3, and it's gonna suck shit. Right? Like this ending. This ending is a perfect example of that. This whole, like, awful section, if you've got nice speed in line, it's, like, fine. But, like, if you have less speed, it's, like, hella narrow. There's a hole in the middle for no goddamn reason. There's, like, a cusp. It's not even smooth. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm only here because I like ice, right? And that's the thing, like, the thing is, when you're really and truly properly bad, you're moving through these at, like, 5 speed, and it's all slanted and angled, where the things on the edges are just falling into the abyss, right? Which makes it immensely difficult if you're not moving very fast, which is why I DNF'd, because I literally couldn't get through this upcoming section right here. With a reset, 600ths. Well, that's what I was thinking this earlier. It was basically like, maybe the move is not to try to recover ever, right? Don't try to recover if you screw up. Just always go back to the checkpoint. And like the important thing should be ensuring that you're not driving through any checkpoints moving slowly. So like if you're almost to a checkpoint and you crash, don't choke your way to it. Just go back to the last one, because if you choke your way through it, the rest of the run is fucked and you don't have a chance. Right? Because the thing is, going back a checkpoint, that could be a time loss of 8 seconds, 10 seconds, right? The cost of driving through a checkpoint at 4 speed or having to double reset a checkpoint, 40 seconds, you know? Because you're going to mess up every checkpoint moving forward because they are completely different and awful at slow speeds. Slow 3 times cup. I think that I slid out more times than that in each the no elimination round and the first round in which I DNF'd. I almost regret qualifying well just because I'm sure the shit show was hilarious down in Div 35. That's gonna be GG. We're done. I'm 1.2 seconds off a silver? Fuck. Wait, Plink. Could I was thinking about this. I'd love to get your take on my tower map. Should I release a beta version of it so you guys can playtest it for me? All right, Plink, give me like 5 more minutes. I just, you know, I got a time. We might be on the cusp of a breakthrough. Want to give it another 5 minutes after PBing to ensure that that was a fluke. Keep well indeed.
The streamer is very tired. She is EP. The
Maybe
streamer
wait
has
for
had a
4
very long
hours.
day of splashing bandits and wants to take just a small sleep. She EB and neebies to sleepy. Stumba sleepy and need bed by time. The streamer is currently experiencing critical levels of being a sleepy little girl and needs to go to bed. She is very tired and needs to sleep. Just a little sleeping time as a treat. Strezzle el needs to slack, very tired. Just a little girl Mipsapilla Bill needs her BT sleep, look at her.
I'm not tired. Look at that! Fuck yeah! That is why we don't leave immediately after PB. Good morning, awake boy. Silvering out. We're fucking out of here. We are people fucking off away from that map forever. Also, I want to talk about something. Look at this. Okay, let's go back in. We're gonna people fuck back in, and then we'll people fuck off again. But I just want to show you something, okay? The experience for us is there's this weird, like, pixelated noodle thing, right? This map is cute as hell. All right? It's really cute. This is a really cute map. It has one fatal flaw, and it's a thing that I see in maps sometimes. Sight lines. Sight lines. People are not going to see things that are that high up. You need to make sure to place things in positions where people driving the map will see. This is something that I was constantly thinking about when I was working on Fuji. It's for the intro. You're going to spend 1 minute in the intro and then an hour driving the map. Isn't what you can see from driving the map more important? Okay. I want to give you an example of sightlines, okay? While we look at the world record for Fuji. Okay? Look at the set pieces and think about where you can see each of the set pieces, okay? You drive between these two, right? You drive through that. As you're coming around the corner, this one might be hidden, but it was more for lighting than anything else, just so that it wasn't super dark in there. As we're driving through the bamboo, pay attention to basically, I really lined the roads with it so that you could see it. These, again, are more just so that this doesn't look totally bare when you're coming from right here. You can see them. This tower, right? It's deliberately positioned such that it's framed. And then, like, this right here, right? This is a perfect example of sightlines. And then this one is a pretty good example of not really having sightlines. All right, let's watch Blinks and then pay attention to where things are and when you see them. So turns are a really great example of places where you can, if you have good signage, it's not about the road, it's about the decoration. It's about why make decoration if it's not going to be seen, right? It's literally, right? So I made sure that the big, wow, thank you, Plink. Thank you for doing the bug slide, actually. It's about being good to drive, not about prestige. Okay. The answer is for narrative editing of the VODs to, in a very lazy and easy way, communicate that a lot of time has passed. It's a useful tool for editing, and when watching VODs in post, it's just nice to have. So the answer is, this is going up on YouTube in a lazy fashion. So, you know. Okay. So the two things I wanted to do were, I'm not done lighting it up. And for that reason, when I... Exactly, Blink. Blue is my favorite color. And I don't care about... I'm going to have to revalidate this, aren't I? And the other thing that I wanted to do was, how do you set the respawns for checkpoints? Because I just did like a little jank bodge so that the checkpoints are smooth, but you can see they're upside down, which means that if I don't change the double respawn, okay, we'll try Google. Otherwise, the double respawns will spawn you in a dead turtle. The mesh modder. Oh no. It's a pain. Where is it? Otherwise, I can release it if you promise not to double respawn. Yeah, how about that? How about that? I'll validate it for day mode, and then you can have at it. Fuck. A moment. It's not difficult exactly, but it's not trivially easy for me at the very least. See, this is the problem, right? Because now if I double reset, I'm just in a dead turtle. That's why I need to figure it out. Do you know how to open up Mesh Modder? I might as well set it while we're here. Kiki, is this your first time seeing it? Are you saying it's going uppies? This is the first time I'm seeing some of the decorations. No! 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 This is gonna be the greatest author time of all time. Did I say that I was consistent at something? Not this map. That's for sure. This follows the same rules as the Dank edition. What it means to make a map is fundamentally different when you remove the necessary condition that the map is good. As long as you're fine with that not being true, open season in terms of creativity. Because frankly, some of the crap in this map was never ever going to be consistent. A double super turbo plastic bounce? That's not gonna be. The clouds are up here! Oh my gosh, we did go uppies. Did you see that? That's very funny. Are we okay? Well, we don't look very okay to me. Are we upside down or are we on our side? I'm glad we're all having fun. Nice, okay. There is a consistent setup for that, but the amount that it turtles you is probably not good. Well, that... I need to take a peek at that. It would appear that that respawns a little bit sideways. Am I in a turtle? Am I stuck? Where am I? No! It's the mandatory snake. Oh, I am excited to see the tube get optimized, to be honest. Because a lot of it, in fact, I think all of it, I designed it with the intention of it being drivable. Okay. Pro tube players? Yeah, I don't know how many directly down maps pro tube players will have played. Shit. Oh, I need to add a checkpoint. Oh, that's I didn't know that. You like it, Blink? It's something of a troll map. So, I don't feel bad about the fin being hard. It's not as bad as you think. It's just like a little overwall. As a reminder, I am a reverse virtual. I make everything look harder than it is. Would you have to turn right for that? Should we try it? I want to try it. Oh, shit. Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's really tough. Okay. Sorry. I know we're validating right now, but I also think it is, in theory, possible to dead turtle right here. Like, you could fall off that, bounce off that top thing. Is this surface? Is this, like, this glass stuff? Is this plastic? It is? I didn't know that. It's some very cool-looking plastic. I also like that, like, the slightly underwater tube is really interesting to drive on. Because if you get one wheel up on it, you can kind of get back up on it if you're moving. Slightly underwater plastic might be a kind of fun map. Damn. I was pretty consistent at that when I was building it. Yep, Finn. Man. Yeah. Let me up. Let me in. No. Try backwards, do you think? Backwards underwater pipe. The answer to the question is not very well. Fuck, I did the thing again. I just like want a better setup. So okay, you know what? You know what? Item mode, custom, snow pipes, checkpoint. Do you think I'm tempted to put it right? I'm so tempted, in fact, that I'm gonna do it. So the reason that I put it there is if you dead turtle right here, you won't have to do the whole tube thing. You can just double reset there. Okay. I'm just gonna finish the map so that Blink can drive it, as well as anyone else who wants to join me. Should I fiddle with this to make it more doable? Let's do that right now, actually. You know what? Wow, I don't have it validated. Let's make the changes, yeah? I'm kind of concerned, though, that, like... Yeah, that's not even sticking out. I mean, we could try moving it out one more. So that might make it so that the double flip is more doable. Wouldn't it be fun to make a snow tubes map where you then have to drive on top of the snow tubes? Like, you have to drive inside and then you have to drive outside. That sounds fun to me. A multi-lap where you do one inside and then one outside. Oh, we are going to make some dank maps together, guys. Right. Right side. Well, that wasn't the solution. What if instead do we think that's gonna... Wait. I just remembered. While we're testing, I can just put myself down here. Inside the stadium and outside with desert? Wait, what do you mean Plink? Inside the snow pipe. Oh! I understand. Sorry. I was thinking a desert map, not a car. You said stadium and desert, and I was like, those are places to put maps, not cars. Now, hang on. This will make it slightly easier. But in this context, I think that's fine. That seems like okay. Okay. So here's what I was thinking. So we just add these here, right? I'm honestly gonna add this one too. Or we could add this one. That one. All right. So I'm gonna grab this and we're gonna... Why wasn't it? Why don't you want to place? What? It's like, nah, you can't place a block there. What do you mean? Why would you think that it would be okay to place a block there? Miss Streamer, what were you thinking? What the fuck? Hey, Blake, do you have any insight into what's going on here? Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Cheers, Trackmania. Is it perfect? No, it's also beta. See that in a bunch of games? It just decides. My best guess is it somehow got itself convinced that that block was already there. So when I placed it, it was like, yep, done. This is what I wanted to try. I was curious about whether or not. Ah, good. Nice, and there we go. Okay. But it has a tendency to flip your car. Like, turn it sideways now. Which is actually a nice addition. All right. It's better. I won't call it good, but I will call it better. Surely that was enough speed. It was enough speed. Maybe. No. I actually haven't played yet, so I haven't seen the OSRS Pride event. That's the consistent way. All right. It's tube time, baby. We're going backwards. Try again. Heck. Well, that wasn't it. That was not the way. Once you're tumbling, I typically put it back into camera 1. Did I do exactly the opposite of what I was trying to do? Motherfucker. The express purpose of that respawn was to get you out of a dead turtle. Okay. I just want to show you my map. It doesn't need to be this complicated. That's what we're looking for. Hey, Plink, are you still excited to play my map? Or is watching me do this shit show cooled your excitement a little bit? Probably not the worst to drive. Yeah, I mean, even if it's kind of like a troll shitpost meme, I did try to make it fun, right? We didn't make it miserable. After the water, which is only there to ensure that you don't end up in a turtle there, there's dirt to dry off your tires. Like, we're not animals. The checkpoints are placed pretty kindly, all things considered. So kind to your players. This is... Jeez. I don't know how to feel about what you just said. Because here's the thing, right? I am, in theory, a dom. I am also a pacifist. And I don't know how to be mean to people. And I don't like thinking about this map in the context of BDSM, thank you. How your brain went there? I don't know what it is. You're just like... Well, it's the... I think it's the... saying your players in, like, a possessive way? I think is what it was. You're so kind to your blank, referring to people. Do you know what I mean? Gluten always kind? Yes. Literally still kind when I'm doming people. Okay, come on. Come on. Please. There we go. Why? What? What? What happened? Why didn't it validate? What happened? Can we get like 0 to 9? Let's leave and make sure that there should be 9. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How are there 9? Where are the other ones? Linked. And then 6, 7. And then 2 stacked checkpoints. Underneath the map. How about we try again, eh? Flink, I swear, you're gonna get to play the map soon. One thing that I've been thinking about exploring is forced cameras. Flink, what do you think? Would you rather have no forced cameras, but have sections that are pretty much impossible to drive without camera 3? Or would you prefer for me to force camera 3 in the areas where it makes sense to? Okay. Well, for the beta, you don't get forced cams, but I will definitely include it on the final version. Upside down. Come on. Nice. Oh, that was literally perfect. No. No. I will never get a landing like that again. I suppose the real thing isn't random, but chaotic, right? It's that a very small difference in input drastically changes the outcome. Apparently, it's doable. It's tube time. Boys and girls, it is tube time once again. After this brief turtle from our sponsors. There are some cool text there. There's a few different ways to get that. Some of them faster than others. If you could do what I just did consistently, it'd be crazy. Five-minute, 20-second validation. We are validated. If anyone would like to join us in Uppies beta, I suppose I'll just put it in the Wumpus room. Or should I add it to the slip? Both? Yeah, that's right, because I want to play it with you. That's right, good point. If anyone would like to join us in the Wumpus room, play some silly shit that I made. Listen, Wumpus was mine before Discord made it theirs, alright? Don't even at me about what Wumpus is. I gotta say, the calculated lights are a bit silly. Shit, wait. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate you. Don't tell me this is... There's a way to get out of this, I know there is. No! Well, thank you for the follow, Varanai. Thank you for the gifted for Eudora. Maybe see you when you guys come to Chicago. Lurky walla worky. Thank you for the lurky. Have a good day at work. Distracted. I was distracted, but also I glanced over and saw a big block of chat. And then I remembered. Oh my god, are we gonna blast the author time by like 2 minutes? Not like that, we're not. Hey. Pretty good. Pretty good. Still haven't quite figured out how to do this part yet. Adore, are you talking about specifically the tube? Hey! 246! Plink, if you come at the finish from an angle, it's pretty easy to get in.